And our next speaker is Iman Alashwali from CMU, KAU, and KAUST, who will indeed present you some advertisements. So I wasn't quite honest with you at the beginning in that regard. So her talk will be asking and answering the question, what do privacy advertisements communicate to consumers? So we'll be looking forward to that.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Iman Al-Ashwali, and today I will present our work on what do privacy advertisements communicate to consumers. This is a joint work with Carol Shen, who is the main author, but unfortunately could not be here today, and Professor Lori Cranor. Multiple institutions were involved in this work, Carnegie Mellon University, King Abdulaziz University, and King Abdullah University of Science and Technology. So in recent years, we have seen many giant tech companies releasing privacy marketing materials. And as privacy experts, we were intrigued by this. And we wondered how these privacy campaigns resonate to consumers. In particular, we wanted to understand what is the impact of privacy marketing on consumers with respect to their attitudes towards the organizations providing the campaigns and their privacy awareness and the actionability of the suggested advice. And to this end, we conducted a study. We selected 4 video ads by Apple, Samsung, WhatsApp, and DuckDuckGo, and 1 video game released by Twitter. All these materials were released in 2022. Before I move forward, I will briefly describe each campaign. In Apple's ad, we see the protagonist, Ellie, stumbling upon an auction room where an auctioneer is selling off her private information to the highest bidder. And using Apple's privacy features, she empties the room. Let me show you snaps of this ad.
The next sale is a digital treasure trove charming Ellie's private data.
What?
Lot number 1, her emails. The one she's opened and read, wonderfully personal. Let's start at 240, 260, 280. Sold.
A similar message is conveyed in an ad released by Samsung, which shows the protagonist struggling to escape from floating balloons that represent mobile apps. Again, using Samsung privacy features, she takes control of her privacy. WhatsApp ad shows people arriving at the post office wanting to mail their letters, and to their surprise, the clerk insists in convincing them that sending their letters using a carrier pigeon is mostly secure. At the end, they tell us that billions of messages are sent unencrypted every day, while using WhatsApp, our messages won't be one of them. In DuckDuckGo ad, a singer wearing a Google t-shirt shoulder surfs people browsing the web, and using DuckDuckGo, the singer disappears. And finally, Twitter's Data Dash game is an old-style video game where the player navigates through the private city with their Datadog, and at the end of each level, players are presented with a page containing Twitter settings, and that takes them to a specific privacy and safety setting in Twitter, and that's how it looks like. So our study was a semi-structured interview study, and each interview comprised of 4 main stages. And first, we asked participants about their impressions of the advertising campaigns, advertising companies, and then we exposed them to the materials. And then post-exposure to the campaign, we ask them many questions, including questions about their impression again, questions about their awareness, and the actionability exercise for the suggested advice. Also, for the ad campaigns, we were also interested in understanding the effect of re-exposure, so we re-exposed them to the ads. We recruited 24 participants, randomly assigned to one of 4 groups to watch 1 or 2 of the ads or play the game. We combined WhatsApp and DuckDuckGo ad in one group because these ads were too short, but we randomized the order to mitigate the order effect. Now let's get to the results. In terms of attitudes, we observed the change in attitudes post-exposure to the campaign. And we find that many participants' attitudes changed towards more positive. And the most cited reasons for positive change were becoming informed about privacy features, motivated to use the product, and also participants viewed promoting privacy as a feature in a positive way. On the other hand, some participants changed their attitudes towards more negative, and the top cited reason for negative change was skepticism, such as this DuckDuckGo participant who wondered, well, how does it make money? Also, some participants felt that the company is exploiting their privacy. This Twitter participant said probably has no issue selling our data and like exploiting our privacy. And finally, a poor experience with the material also led to worsened impression, such as this Twitter participants who felt that the game didn't really do a good job of taking it very seriously. And he continued to say that it would be better if they used real-life implications and examples. With respect to privacy awareness, we assessed how well each campaign communicated the main feature shown in the campaign. For ads that showed multiple features, like Apple and Samsung, participants often walked away with one main feature, the one shown first. Almost all participants were able to recognize WhatsApp and DuckDuckGo advertised feature. And Twitter group showed the lowest privacy awareness. Only one participant mentioned privacy controls. And 2 participants at this point of the interview had yet to realize that the game has anything to do with privacy. One participant said that it gave me the impression that it can be getting dangerous to be on Twitter. Since privacy campaigns use a lot of metaphors, we were interested in understanding how consumers comprehended them. Overall, most participants' impressions of these metaphors were in line with the author's impressions, but there were some occasions where metaphors raised negative connotations. For example, some participants viewed Apple auctioneer as smartphone companies, and one participant said that it could be Apple. In other occasions, metaphors were not understood or recognized by participants, and this was the case with 3 participants with respect to the Samsung umbrella. And in WhatsApp and DuckDuckGo ads, participants had the most uniform understanding of the metaphors. All WhatsApp participants viewed Pigeon as SMS, unsafe messages, or outdated technology. Similarly, in DuckDuckGo, most participants viewed the singer as Google or search engines. Twitter's envelope had the most diverse answers, where it was viewed as tweet, spam, DM, and one participant thought that it was a cat. To test the actionability of the suggested advice, we asked participants to direct the interviewer to locate some of the advertised features. In Apple Group, we asked them to turn on the Ask app not to track and the Protect Mail activity features. And in Samsung Group, we asked them to change the location permission for the Weather app and the microphone permission for the Zoom app. And we found that in both groups, only few participants were able to successfully complete the task, but eventually with help and some search, they were able to do so. We asked Twitter participants to go to the ad preferences settings, and all Twitter participants were able to complete the task successfully. And as this participant described it, it was pretty straightforward. But there was little connection between the participants' ability to perform the task and what they have learned from playing the game. To conclude with key takeaways, in the attitudes part, we learned that increased privacy awareness lead to positive impressions of the associated companies, while skepticism often resulted in negative impression. We learned from the awareness part that the effective privacy ads are short, focused on one feature, and use easy to comprehend metaphors, and care need to be taken when using metaphors not to raise negative connotations about the advertising companies. And from the actionability part, we learned that although privacy campaigns were successful in increasing participants' awareness, they may not be the most effective way in teaching them how to use a feature. And with that, I thank you for listening, and if there are any questions, I will be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Iman, for this these really interesting insights into what looks like a really fun project.
Thank you.
Do we have questions? Yeah.
Hiya. Thank you. We've got a question online from Marvin Ramakapane. He would like to know, how did you choose your keywords for searching for campaigns on YouTube, and what was your criteria in selecting the final 4 campaigns?
I think we mentioned that in details in the paper. It's off top of my head, but we used general words like privacy, awareness, campaigns. So there wasn't anything special, and all of them were in 2022. Yeah, but they are mentioned in the papers if you want exact words. Yeah.
One recent trend that I've noticed in privacy-oriented ads is, and this is at least the case in the US, where it is not uncommon for companies to take shot at each other. So one of the things that is playing out in San Francisco is, I was taking a flight out of San Francisco, and there are a couple of billboards where Apple Safari has an ad where it says, a browser that is actually private. And on the same billboard, I remember there used to be a Chrome ad a few months ago. So companies are taking shots at each other, and is that the kind of context that you think is interesting, more effective? I know you did not look at those ads in this study, but if you have any thoughts.
Actually, one of the ads in our study, the DuckDuckGo ad, has used some of these techniques where the singer had a Google T-shirt, and it was the one who shoulder surfed other people. So there is a clear message that DuckDuckGo is a better browser than Google, is a better search engine than Google search engine or Google browser. So we have seen this, but one of the things that I can mention that DuckDuckGo, we have seen some skepticism towards their message in terms of emphasizing that they don't collect the data, so participants wonder how they will make money if they claim that they don't collect the data. Mm-hmm.
I think we had one more question over here.
Hello, thank you so much. Just wanted to ask in general whether you had an impression that, you talked about both awareness raising and positive impressions, but also skepticism. What part of that overweighted the other? Whether you had the impression that the advertisement in the end were still effective at increasing trust, or whether skepticism, maybe it's different for different products, was dominant?
The positive change in the impression post-exposure to the campaign was more than the negative. The positive impression was more. It was successful in raising awareness. So that's what I can say in this regard. Yeah.
Thanks again, Iman, for the amazing talk.
Thank you very much.